When we call for mental health initiatives in Jamaica to be put in place, these are the things that we are trying to prevent. So let's get into this story. St. Andrew community is in mourning following the brutal murder of a 14-year-old girl after she was sexually assaulted and stabbed multiple times by an intruder at her home on Thursday afternoon. The teen is identified as Price Johnson, a 9th grade student of Haile Selassie High School. She was at home in Palm Grove Court on Spanish Town Road when a man believed to be of unsound mind forced his way into the apartment and committed the gruesome acts, then escaped. She was rushed to Kingston Public Hospital where she succumbed to her injuries. Late Thursday evening, Johnson's mother, Eugene Wade, shocked by the barbarity of the crime, wept bitterly. "Father God, you may live for God. Me I lift my hand to you, so why my little girl? What me do, God, what me do?" she said in an interview with Jamaica Observer. The mother's pain was even more palatable given that she was asleep in the apartment at the time. Superintendent David Madison, head of the St. Andrew South Police Division, told Jamaica Observer that detectives were met macabre scene upon their arrival at the apartment. "We were called at Palm Grove around 1:59 p.m. to a particular room. Upon getting there, the unsightly scene met the officers of a young girl with multiple stab wounds. They did their necessary checks as trained and they realized that there were still signs of life, and so with assistance they got her into the service vehicle and on to KPH," Madison said. He said the victim had apparently been sexually molested and wounded by the assailant, who also attacked and injured a male resident who tried to accost him. Madison said the police are now working with the residents and the Center of Investigation of Sexual Offenses and Child Abuse in probing the incident. Named suspect up until press time. It is understood that Price resided at the apartment with her mother and younger brother. The incident has left a dark cloud over Palm Grove Court, where the residents expressed disbelief and shock over the tragedy. "Me feel shake up, man, about the situation to know that 15 years me live here, so and at the first me see something like this, and it's a promising young lady," said the resident of the complex. Others describe the teenager as quiet and well-mannered. So the St. Andrew South Police have identified a suspect in relation to the brutal murder of 14-year-old Price Johnson and is seeking the public assistance to locate him. Superintendent Damian Madison, head of police division, named Imani Lingoth of the 20 Crescent Road, St. Andrew, as the suspect. Say that again. The suspect is Imani Lignot of 20th Crescent Road, St. Andrew. Madison also urged members of the public to stop circulating nude images of the deceased and calling it distasteful and unacceptable. "We appeal to the public to do that, though, is to assist us in locating the suspect in this matter," he stated. The authorities are urging anyone with information on Lignot whereabouts to contact 119 or call 876-832-908 immediately, and that's 876-832-9082. "We're asking you to assist us in locating him so that the death of Price Johnson does not go in vain," stated Madison. The police continue their investigation and are assuring the public that all efforts are being made to bring justice to Johnson's family. So when we talk about mental health and mental health initiatives that Jamaican people need to implement, period, these are some of the things that we are trying to prevent. And I am no exceptions to mental health issues. I had postpartum depression when I had my daughter a few years ago. So when we talk about mental health initiative, even before I had a daughter and gone through mental health issues, it was because we were actually trying to look out and prevent certain things from happening. They say that this man is of unsound mind, and one thing I realized with Jamaica is there's a lot There is a lot of unsound mind people just walking around in communities, and they are not getting checked. They are not getting held responsible for the things that they do. They're just walking around freely, and people are trying to just stay out the way, stay out their way, and don't get caught up in their manic episodes. However, at the rate of crimes and crimes against women and children, and as I see it heighten, especially Jamaica and Jamaican women being the second in the world to be killed by their spouse, I think an initiative needs to be put forth for Jamaican men, especially, and prioritizing their mental health. I find that Jamaican women are not scared, or they have support when talking about their issues. But I feel like where the men are concerned, it's swept underneath the rug, and the men feel like they're too macho, or they are too manly, or they're too masculine to talk about how their mental health is affected by daily things. It doesn't take a lot for your mental health to be affected. Could be as simple as you losing your job. It could be as simple as a argument with your spouse. It could be as simple as your children misbehaving in school. It could be as simple as you didn't get the right amount of money that you were expecting from your paycheck. So I feel like mental health and mental health issues are always swept underneath the rug, and Jamaican people like to act like it doesn't affect them or it's not affecting them, when in truth and in fact, mental health issues affect everybody. The stresses of life and the stresses of society in general is a lot to handle, especially with the access of social media and seeing how everybody else is living and what's going on in other parts of the world. The access to social media brings another part of issues that we have never gone through, because this is the social media age, this is the internet age, and a lot of people that are older never had to deal with the stresses or the impact that social media has on people trying to live life, kids trying to grow up, any of that. So this is very new. And I feel like the more we talk about it, the more open we are as people about it, the more others will be inclined to talk about it and to seek help if they actually need help. There's so many different parts of mental health. There is bipolar disorder, there's anxiety, there's depression, behavioral issues like autism, ADHD. You have other things like elderly patients or going through schizophrenia, dementia, Alzheimer's. No one is immune to mental health issues, and which is why I'm always very careful when talking about these topics. So the suspect is said to be of unsound mind, and in my mind, I don't understand what they are going to do. Yes, I feel like he needs to be held accountable for his crime. He needs to serve his time in jail, but Jamaica does not have a mental health prison that will house this man. And this is a cause for concern, because if he is of unsound mind, is he going to get the help that he needed as far as medically? Are they going to give him the medical diagnosis that he need? Are they going to give him the help that he needs? Not only that, he may be of risk in a prison with other adults that is not of unsound mind. So more than likely, he's probably going to be mixed with regular everyday criminals, and that is going to be put him at risk of being manipulated or even hurt. So what exactly will be the course of action to prevent something like this from happening again? Jamaica need a mental health facility where they can take these people, put them in a hospital, get them the help that they need so they're not just walking around Jamaica freely and not getting help and not seeking treatment, because it takes something very minor for someone like him to just go on a manic episode. Placing someone like him in solitary confinement is not going to do anything for him more than exacerbate the mental health issues that he already has, especially if he's not getting the help that he needs. But that is my opinion. That's what I have to say about this story. I'm really hurt about this 14-year-old girl losing her life in such a barbaric way, because she could have been a doctor, she could have been a nurse, she could have been an engineer, she could have been somebody that was helpful in our society, someone that made an impact in our society. And for her to lose her life at this young age, it's a reminder to everybody that life is very fleeting. So love who love you, respect who respect you, and be prepared for anything. Always watch your back. Always be prepared. Always have an exit plan. And with that being said, I'm going to end this video here. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.